store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Noles will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. Got a man, it's Ferguson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Hard-hitting tackle.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Sooners will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Leaves it with the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hawkins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. There he goes. He's at the 30. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
And the offense will take that. Man, you just wanted this first down on fourth and short, but get the big gain now. Create some momentum, man. Now do you stay aggressive, keep the foot to the accelerator, and go try to get some big points.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Peppers. Creates a little room. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This...
Turning it off! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Peppers. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Now on the move. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Sperry. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Okay, so the QB scramble, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Extra point When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Might be looking to run. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Going to sling it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab, it's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Smith. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. Makes a grab on the shot. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Picked off inside the 20 as they snuff out the threat. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Finds his man. It's Peppers. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Quick completion to the right. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays, down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And he's brought down after a nice game. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Second down, they'll go to the air. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sperry. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Snaps it in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Peppers. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The sure hands, it's Smith. There he goes! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. And a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hawkins. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And some room to work. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Rides the back and leaves it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. To the air, it's Berry. That's caught. It's Evans. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. They'll move the tight end. To the air on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Firing to the right, complete. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air. It's Sperry. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Noles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless and he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As the offense gets ready to run out the clock, take the play clock all the way down to a fraction of a second. Do not give the defense a single millisecond. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Punts it out of the air. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season, winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense. The play...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. There's the pressure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people